So you want to talk about the charity? Or?
Yes, I do.
All right. So we just rolled in from Camden. We got dinner reservations in 3 hours. We're going to run in here to King's. We do some business here every few months. It's the only place around here that has Rolex and Hublot, and they've got Ben's watch in here. So we're going to go in and pick it up. And for all you guys that were talking shit, Ben ran this thing to see who would come out and support. All the money that Ben got from this is being donated. What charity is it?
Miller Family Foundation.
Is all that money's going to the charity, and he's paying that amount out of his pocket for the watch, and so he's picking up the balance on it. So we're going to walk out of here in a minute. We don't know whether they're going to let us film in here. We'll see what they say.
So, real quick, if I could.
Yeah.
We did a video. We were talking about things, and I mentioned watches. I love a Rolex. I want to leave one to my son. But because I have a kid, braces, education, I will never come up with this money to buy myself a watch.
Yeah, let's point out, this wasn't Ben's doing.
No.
This was some shit we talked about in a video. We mentioned it, and a bunch of dudes said, I would fucking back that, and then we ignored it.
Yeah, a fan put it together.
A fan put up a Kickstarter, and then another dude put up the GoFundMe. It was live for weeks before we actually decided to do anything with it. We let it sit, and guys kept going on and on and on about it, so we went ahead and ran it.
What's really funny to me is, so the second it happened, my wife actually found out about it before I did, and we came back from a camping trip, a 3-day camping trip. I wasn't tied to the internet, and had all these messages. And a good friend of mine that I went through buds with wrote me, and he's like, hey man, a lot of guys are really upset about this. He goes, and I told them without even speaking to you that you wouldn't even do something like this. And I go, oh, okay. And he and I talked, and we agreed that I'm going to give the money to charity. So this is a lesson. The people who wouldn't help me tomorrow if I had fucking ball cancer were really upset, saying lots of nasty things.
And the dude you went through, Buds, that was saying the people were upset, it wasn't Buds dudes. It wasn't fucking team dudes. It was just fucking assholes on the internet that he saw. It wasn't anybody that fucking mattered. It was just shitheads crawling out of the woodwork, the same ones that don't like us, don't like James, don't like whoever for whatever reason. It wasn't anybody that had any fucking pull or any say. Nobody that fucking we knew gave a shit.
No. And so the charity is called Miller Family Foundation. They do drug and alcohol treatment inside of prisons across the United States. It's my wife's family's trust foundation, and one thing her family's taught me is find one charity and stick with it. If you try to give every charity $5, you'll be broken and out. But if you can pour yourself into one good, well-managed cause, the money needs to go to the process, not the employees. So let this be a lesson to you. You go on the internet and you hate on everyone else, everything they're doing, you criticize and ridicule. That's the reason there's thousands of dollars in that account. Because every time you said something nasty, 100 people saw it. And one of those people did a little research. He goes, hey, this isn't stupid. Threw in $5. So we're giving the money to charity, and now I'm going to go get that watch.
Right
Thank
on.
you, man.
Pick up that nail before it ends up something.
By the way, hey, you want some tetanus?
Are you rolling?
Yeah.
So we walked out of the King's Jewelers yesterday, and we were in such a hurry to go eat, and then we ate and got back on the road. We realized we never had any pictures of the watch, so Ben stopped by. Were you teaching today?
Yeah, I taught CQB today.
Where at?
Classroom, I give a couple-hour lecture on the principles of close quarters battle at HRCC.
So where are you guys gonna use the kill house, the shoot house?
Yeah, they're in the kill house today.
Oh, okay, so you're doing
simulation.
Cool.
Simulation.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like pistols or carbines?
Pistols, rifles, situations, scenarios,
That's cool.
moving walls. Yeah, it's pretty
awesome.
Good. Yeah, absolutely.
So now what?
Now I need to tell you what time it is. I sent a picture to my wife. And she goes, "Are you gonna sleep with it on?" I'm like, "I'm not going to take this watch off."
Yeah, you'll fuck up your headboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll scratch it. This band especially, will eat the shit out of any laptop keyboards that you're on.
Yeah, you asked me why I take mine off.
Look over at my keyboard, and there's like a big notch. It's from a fucking...
No shit.
Yeah, it's inherent to the Rolex band.
I didn't know that. Dude, it's beautiful. It's exactly what I want. What's funny is I've been calling every day to see if they have it. And they had 2 when I talked to them Friday when they closed. And I talked to him yesterday morning, and the lady goes, well, one sold this weekend. I go, cool. We'll be there this afternoon to pick it up. I called just before we left, or not, a couple hours before we left, and they said, man, we literally just sold the last one 5 minutes ago. And I was like, oh, shit. And your wife called to see if she had any pull or whatever. And she did. They said, this is your lucky day. The dude who bought it walked to his car and decided he didn't like the size and walked in and brought it back. And there it was, the last in the house, exactly what I wanted. 2015 Rolex Submariner date, stainless on stainless, ceramic bezel. It's awesome. Thank you so much.
Is that black or is that the bezel stain? Oh, it is black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it can sometimes take a blue.
Yeah, at the angle, man, it looked like it was just stainless. Dude, I didn't know all that shit they were telling you after you bought it. All the info they were giving you, I didn't know all that.
Right,
stuff.
like I had been shaking my watches for years.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just fucking.
Yeah,
a lot of people do. Like they're built to be able to handle it. It's just not ideal.
He's like, oh yeah, that's terrible. Terrible for the
He
watch.
was like, don't.
That's horrible.
He wasn't like, probably not. He's
so
like,
when you walk, only move your arm this much.
Yeah, that's the thing. He tells you it's terrible. So what are you supposed to do? Not move?
Yeah.
You kind of got to look through like what he just said. Like, oh, it's automatic, so I can't swing my arm. Well, what do? Do I just set it on my table?
It's a really small clock. I just keep it in a winder and take it out when I get to see the time.
It's just not ideal. It's not. Don't ever do that because you wear yours all the time, and obviously they're still running.
Dude, I hit them on doors every fucking day. Every day. Like
That's
all the paint missing off these doors to get fucking
It's
hit.
from your watch?
Yeah.
That's $30,000, right?
Yeah, right. With that, yeah.
Yeah.
But they take it, I mean.
Oh, what was this with tax? I didn't look.
9. It was close to 10.
Yeah, I thought it was about 10.
It was a hair under 10.
Dinner. Thank you for dinner too.
Well, it was good, huh? Wagyu beef?
That was incredible. My favorite was the yellowtail that was cut.
The jalapeno.
Paper thin jalapeno, and that was just all it needed. It was incredible.
Any high-end restaurant you go to right now, for about the last 18 months, that's been kind of the staple on their appetizers. You go to Nobu, you go to Roku, any of them places we went to in Vegas, they all had that, and they do at Virago as well, as you saw. The service was terrible last night.
Yes.
Like compared
Usually
to how when we normally go there, like the people bringing the food out for our waitress were better than our waitress. Our waitress was fucking terrible.
Yeah,
we go there.
There's no personality involved, and that's.
We go there pretty regularly, and the service is very, very spot on usually.
Well, the food was incredible.
Food was good.
Yeah. What was my other favorite thing? The Kobe beef sashimi.
It's the
holy shit.
So that's the Wagyu beef, which is Wagyu. My understanding is can be grown in the United States, whereas Kobe has to be grown back the other way around.
No, I think you got it right.
Yeah, Kobe is the same shit, but it's grown in Kobe, Japan. It's just like bologna supposedly has to come from Bologna.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, Wagyu beef. It's retarded good. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, it's good.
After you eat other steak, after you eat Wagyu beef, you're like, doesn't matter what it is.
So you still in town, or you?
No, I'm.
So this is it.
Yeah, no, I'm leaving. I'm actually late. I've got to get down to Nashville. I'm gonna stay with Dana tonight, and then I got to get up early in the morning and shoot all the way down to Florida. I've got a media event in Daytona that I have to prepare for.
Offshore boat racing?
No, I wish. No, my boss is into like helicopters, offshore boat racing, but we haven't done anything but guns. You know what I mean? Like just professional safari. He's cool. I could totally hang out with him. But I've been working. You know, I'm gone 3.5 weeks out of a month, and then.
Well, I mean, if you're going to Daytona, don't they issue you a Daytona Rolex? I mean, shouldn't don't they just fucking hook that
I don't
up?
even like those. I'll tell you that the Submariner is really the only Rolex I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna get a gold leather banded watch, get a Panerai Radomir or a Cartier Ballon or however you say that. Why do all nice things have to have funny spelling and you can't pronounce it?
Them, exactly.
Yeah.
They're not from here.
I was wearing Fashionable shirts for years, and I was going to the same place to buy them, and the lady who sold them to me never wanted to insult me. So one day, I was just talking to someone, they go, I was calling it fashionable. It's Facco noble, and I was like, oh man, why couldn't you just tell me that I was looking like a moron?
Most people you said it in front of didn't know.
Yeah. Everyone else was like, we don't even know. I had to Google it. Just he spelled it for me.
And how is that pronounced? Hublot?
Hublot, yeah.
Hublot?
I call it Hublot. Jay-Z calls it Hublot.
Does he really?
No. Jay-Z actually has, there's two Jay-Z watches. But like Kanye, Hublot, like I didn't know what that shit was. I Googled it because the rappers, that's where I first heard of it.
In Europe, those are called Omegas.
Omegas?
Yeah, that's how they say it, Omega.
Down here we just call them Omegas.
Got one of them there, Omegas.
I got my watch on. It works real good. Tells time, ticks and stuff.
I'm getting a tattoo of the Rolex crown with the cock.
Are you? Where are you gonna put it at?
That's cool.
I don't know.
I'll get one.
Yeah?
Get one on your butt cheek.
How about next time we come up, we'll do it and we'll do a video.
We'll have somebody come here and do it.
Okay. I'll totally do it.
Are you gonna do it on your neck? Sure.
I can't do anything on my neck.
I'm kidding.
My wife will shoot me.
I'm kidding.
But we do have some dudes within the company that will probably get them on their neck for you.
That'd be so funny.
You can have your proxy get it on his cheek.
Ugh.
Don't worry, it's only kind of permanent.
Dude, it was great seeing you guys.
Good seeing you, man.
Thanks, man. Just throw it out.
Be careful, man.
Thank you, man. Okay. Dude, Lance.
Really?
Thank you for hanging out with me last night.
Thank you. Bye.
Come here, buddy. You're not getting out of this hug session.